I'll talk today about the archetypes or the boxes that preventing you from feeling safe in your feminine. I allow myself to open your eyes to the boxes you might be placing yourself in because I have been there, making my life a struggle and ignoring my core needs and essence, which ended up with me feeling drained, feeling burned out, and disconnected from my true self. So I was so afraid of the feminine energy within me, and of women in general. And until I understood it, and I came to my awareness, and I addressed it and healed it by doing my work and embracing my true essence. I was stuck, but when I did the work and I changed, life changed dramatically. So, what boxes or archetypes am I talking about? The cool girl. Do you also think that this is the way to be? Let's be real. The cool girl is just a myth. The idea of the cool girl has caused too many of us to feel like we have to fake who we are in order to be seen as cool and cherished by men, by guys, or by men, let's say. We think that we're hotter if we act like the guys, playing cool, and generally act like one of them, and all it has done is shame women of their truth essence and make their life like harder, drain their energy, and we just getting far away from our essence, from our true core, from our true power. So let's face it and embrace it. We're sometimes emotional, dramatic, hormonal, sensitive, sexy, and no, we do not want to drink beer with the guys. We want champagnes, we want roses, we want foot wraps, warm bath. We want to have our feet in the grass. We want to feel grounded. We want to cry when we need to, etc. And it doesn't make us less worthy or less sexy or beautiful or hot or deserving of love. The cool girl is often seen like as the guy's dream in certain TV shows, programming us to put time into our real life reality to act like that, unaware that TV is just TV, it's just programs. It's programmed many of us to push down our feminine core and feminine power and feminine essence, like it's something that shouldn't be shown, and will get us into trouble when it's not the truth. So what are the three main archetypes that don't allow you or a woman to feel safe in our feminine? The first one is the girl boss. From a young age, we think that if we are the girl boss and achieving external success and crushing it in work, we'll be happy, and everyone will want to be our best friend. Many of us grew up with the notion that life would be better if we were crushing it in our careers. The girl boss is possible as someone that puts work first, which is not a core need of a feminine. It's more love and connection. The girl boss is someone that is like running and rushing all the day, and essentially hustle and grin to the top. She's like dressed to perfection, does it all, and doesn't need a man, and doesn't need help kind of thing, but mostly forget to take this girl boss suit out of her and just operating in her masculine and burning herself down. The second archetype is the one of the boys girl. The girl that has a lot of guy friends, but for some reason they're not dating her. She wants to be one of the guys, to be cool. She's subconsciously or consciously wants love from men, wants to be honored and cherished. So she thinks that by becoming one of the guys, she will be more included and loved by them. So watching the game with him and going and doing guys shit doesn't make her more attractive to a masculine man. This is all like a facade to keep us from being or feeling like we're too much or too emotional for someone. The girl that wants to be one of the guys and so deeply wants to be accepted and validated. She hopes that by being like low maintenance and cool, she'll be wanted and loved. And here's the reality. When he sees you as one of the guys, you lose polarity, and that's polarity. It's what creates this sexual tension. Like the feminine and masculine is like a magnet. It gets lost, and it's also with the same sex couple. So maybe he likes you, but he doesn't cherish or protect or provide you the way your feminine heart is actually yearning and craving for. And number three, the number 3 box or archetype is Miss Independent. And oh my God, I've been there. Being extremely independent is actually a trauma response. This is where I was living in this box, the box of extremely independent, and it burned me down. And who is this Miss Independent? Deep down, she's actually afraid of giving control over to anyone for fear of being let down. So she does it all herself. She wants support deep inside, but pushes it away because of fear that it makes her look maybe weak or just disappointed and hurt. Deep down, she wants to ask help, but won't let herself admit it or doesn't know how to do that. She kind of gets off doing it all herself and plays on that. She doesn't need a man. She can provide and protect herself. And don't get me wrong, yes, women are powerful. We can do everything and anything, but we don't need to. When we don't know how to ask for help or allow people in our life to help us, again, we burn ourselves. We burn ourselves deeply, and I'm so grateful I'm not there anymore. This kind of girl is kind of gets off doing it all herself and plays out, but deep inside she craves for support, for love, for a shoulder to lean on. It makes her feel good about herself by doing everything alone, but because she's like her own protector and provider, and she find it hard to let others in because of her heart is so closed and so protected. And others will describe her as maybe powerful, but the power comes from a place of pain, of fear of getting hurt, of a closed heart. When you felt unprotected by others, you learn to only rely on yourself. If you buy into the idea of how a woman should be, you'll end up allowing yourself to be put in a box. And even if you think you're choosing the box, best believe you've probably been conditioned to think that this is what you want. And there is no one way of being a woman. So let's take the should out of the vocabulary when it comes to stepping into your femininity. Make your own damn archetype, because you are beautiful, sexy, hot, successful, and loved just the way you are. You don't need to pretend and be other way around. And it's safe to open your heart. And when you recognize this type in yourself, I know I did, you can choose to change, because staying in this box will drain your natural essence and energy. And oh my God, there's so much power and beauty in the feminine energy. Yeah. So you say, okay, I got it, but how do I do that? It all starts with awareness, like everything. When you're aware that you are in one of these boxes, and understanding the price that comes with hiding your true self, then the awareness, then learning what's on the other side of these fears and based behavior. And what's on the other side is love. Love, real one. Love to yourself, by yourself, and by others, and not being afraid to open up and receive. Love for life instead of being drained and feeling empty by life. And then releasing these blocks and stories and traumas to welcome and wiring the new you, the beautiful feminine you that has so much power, that can attract stuff to her, that can relax and soften in instead of hiding behind false beliefs. It's a way. It doesn't happen by day, but it's totally worth it. And I'm saying it from the other side. And that was a big transformation for me, one of the biggest life-changing in my reality, like 180 degrees. And I want this for you, and you should want it for yourself as well. So this is one of the things we work on in the coaching when you work with me, finding your true self, not hiding, opening your heart to life, falling in love with life, and just observing the magic that comes in with it. So I'm going to link below if you want to read more about the coaching and start looking in yourself. Do you put yourself in one of these boxes?